Hello everyone, this is Juan Sarmiento and today is Sunday, December the 22nd. Just like I suspected, some of the trades, well, one trade specifically didn't work out so that both sides of the trade would either expire worthless or expire in the money so that they could cancel each other. Instead, only one side ended up in the money, and that was the short side. Let me just show you. When that happens, you end up with shares. So to see that, to make sure that you don't have outstanding shares, you can click here on the margin requirement, okay, a couple of times, and then it will say you have 100 illegal shares, okay, and that is on this BBT, 100 illegal shares. Let's see what that is all about. Enter here. Uh, we are, by the way, in the monitor tab, activity and position. So that's where we get to see all that. So BBT, and here we have a short vertical spread, a call spread, and is between 50 and 55. And let's take a look at the chart. And unfortunately, on Friday, the stock bounced and did not quite close about 55. So what happens is the 55 called expire worthless, and the short 50 got assigned, which means we ended up with 100 shares short. Let's go to the Analyze tab, and here we have illegal shares. Why are they illegal shares? Because we have an IRA, and you can't hold negative shares, which means short shares, in an IRA. So what is going to happen? Well, if this happened to you in real life, your broker is going to call you tomorrow morning and say you need to close that right away, and then you have until a certain hour to do that. They give you a few hours of grace for you to find the proper opportunity to sell it. Okay, I suggest you just enter the trade before the market opens because you don't want to fiddle around with this. Okay, you just want to close the trade at the current market price. So analyze closing, and that is 56. 56 is the price, which is ironic because the 55 calls should have ended. Let me make sure that this is correct. It closed at 54. So is it possible that it's just a big spread? Go to the market watch and look at here. On the market watch, you should be able to show the bid and the ask for that particular stock. Here, okay, bid and ask with capital. This is just a formula that I use. Don't pay attention to that. Bid and ask, and then look at the stock BBT. Let's go by the symbol. BBT somewhere here, and it says 54 to 56. That's a big spread for a stock. So I would put the price at 54.15 to begin with. Okay, before the market opens, 54.15 is your bid, and hopefully that will get exercise. That will get closed. So let's do that. Let's put 54.15, which is the bid, not the ask. And then at the opening, if that gap between the bid and the ask will be reduced, and then you can always change this price. But I would suggest that you put this bid price first. And then we are going to be buying back that, and that should give us a bit of quite a bit of credit, because wait a minute, something going on here. Okay, I'm going to delete that, make sure that we're buying back. Yes, we're buying back, so that's fine. All right, And that's all there is to it, okay? You simply have to buy them back and put at a price that is close to the bid and then ask. You see, now it's saying that the mark is 54.24. You are going to have to modify that right at the opening so it gets filled right away. You don't want to end up holding that short shares, or perhaps you do, perhaps you don't care. Perhaps the market opens lower tomorrow and then that short is going to be better than otherwise. Who knows? Okay, just try to close it right away so the effect is more or less neutral on your account. Okay, I see that we have the Cena trade is doing well, and of course it says 480 P&L. So I want to demonstrate that. Let's go to the account statement again, and here we enter Cena. And then we can see that we started with a diagonal and then we did a calendar rollover. So let's take a look first at the diagonal. And this is what the trade would look like if I had done nothing. We would have 200 illegal shares. Why? Because the shorts expired. They expired in the money, which means you would be short 200 shares at 37.50. Well, the stock is trading at 38.50. Okay, so in due time, on the 17th, I did the rollover, which was to buy back those December 20th 37.5 and roll that over out to January to end up with a vertical spread like this. The result is that our risk now is $98 to make a potential 402. So that's great, okay, because it went our favor. That's the advantage of the diagonal. If it works well, you may end up doing that. Better yet, your risk is to lose money is only 20%. Your probability of making all the money that you could potentially do is almost 60%. So I'm holding on to that goal. But right now we have in profits 275 out of a potential 400. And if the market begins to go down, this might not be so rosy. Okay, so probabilities are probabilities. It doesn't matter how probable something is when the improbable happens. Okay, if that makes any sense. Okay, the other one that is up here, again, on the activity and positions that I'm interested in considering selling is this Xilinx. And I have a 91% return on my money so far. Let's take a look at that. Let's go to the account statement under the monitor tab again and enter XL and X. XL and X. And this is a diagonal, which is good. Okay, let's take a look. And this is doing great. And here again, we could do the same as we did in Cena, which is to do a roll out. We have our longs are January 24th and our shorts January 17th. So there's plenty of time. We could even get out of the position right now. We have a maximum. Oh, you see when that curve looks like that is sort of weird because this is the real profit is here in the blue line, 219. The 274 is probably not real. It doesn't matter. We have plenty of room here for the stock to move up or move down, and then we can do the rollover. This is the kind of trade I would just hold, okay? Or try to get as big a price as I can. If I say analyze opposite, it's unlikely that you're going to get all that $2.88 profit. You can try. How about we do that? We try. Confirm and send. Let's send it. And see if it fills. I don't think it will, but if it does, great. We got the maximum profit on that. Then we have eBay. Let's go to the Monitor tab, account statement, and enter eBay. Again, this is because it's showing me quite a bit of profit. And here we have a vertical spread, put spread, and it's short, so that means it's bullish. Let's say analyze, it's a credit spread. Here's where we are. Yeah, we're a little higher than that. So let's delete this. Yeah, that's where we are right now. And how much profit we have? 299 out of a possible 273. So we are way past 50%. How much in reality? You would have it here if you have been paying attention and doing and use the P&L here, which I showed already where to find that. And there's a link on the comments below, on the on the information below, on where to go for that. It's another video. But we could close this eBay at 82.25%. Okay, let's take a look. We could do that. It looks like eBay will continue on higher, as it has hit the Ichimoku cloud. The Ichimoku cloud is resistance, so it might be difficult for it to go through. So we'll see. I give it another day, okay? I'm still bullish on it. Let's give it another day, and then perhaps tomorrow we'll send a closing order. And that's about it for today. Okay. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.